Hello students, let's continue our chapter 6, World after 1945. Today we are going to conclude this chapter, and the question that we are going to discuss, or which I am going to taught you, is about India's relation with its neighboring countries, which is very important and it is asked for 4 marks in the exam. Therefore, please pay attention and remember the points that we are going to study today. India's relation with its neighboring countries, India-Pakistan. Immediately after India's independence, the relation between India and Pakistan were always stressful. 3 gruesome wars took place between India and Pakistan in the year 1948, 1965 and 1971. And in all these wars, Pakistan was defeated. Both the countries have Tashkent and Shimla Treaty, but Pakistan does not follow it with utmost devotion. In 1999, Kargil war between India and Pakistan took place. Fortunately, heads of both the countries have expressed eagerness to resolve all issues peacefully through negotiations. Now, we are talking about India-Pakistan relationship. And students, what happened immediately after India's independence, that is in 1947, the relationship between India and Pakistan became very stressful. We know the reason why it is, okay? 3 gruesome wars took place between India and Pakistan, and they were in 1948, 1965 and 1971. And in all the 3 times, all the 3 wars, Pakistan was defeated. Both the countries have Tashkent and Shimla Treaty, but the Pakistan does not follow it with utmost devotion. Though the treaty has been signed between these 2 countries, somehow Pakistan doesn't take it seriously, whereas India takes it seriously and has been following it. In 1999, Kargil war between India and Pakistan took place. So students, besides 3 wars, that is 1948, 1965 and 1971, in spite of all that treaty and the things, though Pakistan was defeated in all the 3 wars, there takes once again the war between these 2, and that was in 1999. Underline that Kargil war between India and Pakistan took place. Fortunately, heads of both the countries have expressed eagerness to resolve all issues peacefully through negotiations. So what happened? Students, at that time when 1999, the Kargil war took place, that time they decided, both the heads of the countries, Pakistan and India, Prime Minister and all those people involved in this, came together and they negotiated. What did they negotiate? Saying that both the countries would like to have peace and not to fight. So that was the relationship of India and Pakistan till today. Okay. So if you are asking the exam only India-Pakistan relation, then you will be right. It will be asked for 2 marks. But if you are asked the entire question of India's relation with its neighboring country, then the full question will be of 4 marks. So we are done with India-Pakistan relation. Let's see the relation between India and China. India and China relations started in the year 1954. Underline, you have to remember the year. It started in 1954 when China displayed its boundary region on map. It disturbed the relations between India and China. So students, what happens? India-China relations started in 1954. And when China displayed its boundary region on map. Now what happens? How is it shown? We'll see it here. It disturbed the relations between India and China. India opposed greatly when China showed most of the regions belonging to India as belonging to them. So students, you remember now, when China displayed its boundary regions on map. So what did the China actually displayed? China displayed most of the regions which belong to India, they showed as if they were belonging to China. And that was the cause where the relation between India and China became stressful. The McMahon, underline that word, the McMahon border showing the border region between India and China was rejected by China, and it led to further discomfort in the relations. So the McMahon border which China showed in their region, or the border region between India and China, was rejected by China. They were not ready to accept the things, and so it led to further discomfort. There was India as it is was disturbed, and so relation does not become good. China attacked India in 1962. See, again China attacks India in 1962 and captured the regions which were displayed in their map. So what they did, okay, we saw as it is, we saw it over here. They had displayed some boundary regions on the map, and what did they do? They took those regions, saying that in that war they fought, and they captured the regions which were displayed on their map, is on their China's map. India sent military troops to its border regions to safeguard from China. China made a full stop to the war, and in this way war ended. So when India sent the military troops, China understood that why did India send? To safeguard the region, the boundary region which India wanted to take, and so that is how China gave a full stop to the war. To resolve these problems, many meetings were held, but it turned out to be futile. To solve this problem, many meetings had been called, but it was useless, it was futile, it was in vain, it did not work out. But in the last decades, China and India has a cooperative and friendly relations. So in the last decades, that is from last 10 years, we have been seeing that the relation between India and China is cooperative, little friendly. India's Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi invited Xi Jinping, the Prime Minister of China, to the riverfront Ahmedabad for a courtesy visit. So students, what happened? How that relation, how India took a step to make it as a good relation and to dissolve, to forget that fight and all. The Prime Minister of India, that is Narendra Modi, he invited Xi Jinping, the Prime Minister of China, to the riverfront in Ahmedabad, okay, for a courtesy visit. Just come, see, visit, and he was given a good welcome, by which Jinping was taken up, and that is how, that was a step taken for India-China relation to make it once again a friendly, cordial relation. So students, we saw already over 2 marks, 2 questions. One is of India-Pakistan relation, second is India-China relation. India-Pakistan relation was stressful after the independence year. 3 wars had been fought, Pakistan was defeated. Pakistan does not give up, once again the Kargil war, and with the Kargil war there was a negotiation, they wanted to have peaceful atmosphere. So that was about India-Pakistan. And in India and China, the war was because of the boundary, where China had displayed most of the India's regions into China map. The boundary which was as a McMahon border, showing the border region which China rejected, and that was the cause for the relations to be discomfort, disease, and so students, that is how. But military troop was sent to China, that border, when China attacked India in 1962 in order to capture the regions which were displayed in China's map. But Narendra Modi invited Xi Jinping, the Prime Minister of China, to the riverfront of Ahmedabad for the courtesy visit and tried to make the relation once again better. Now let's see India and Bangladesh. How is the relation between India and Bangladesh? Bangladesh got freedom after many struggles. In the year 1971, Bangladesh became an independent and sovereign country, as earlier it was a part of Pakistan. So see students, Bangladesh got freedom after many struggles. Bangladesh also had a struggle, like just as India, Pakistan had a struggle. But in 1971, Bangladesh became an independent and sovereign country, as earlier it was a part of Pakistan. So Bangladesh was a part of Pakistan, and in 1971 Bangladesh got its independence. As a new upcoming country, India helped Bangladesh financially, technically and physically by giving equipment for its growth and development. See students, the better part of India, something that we have to learn from our country, from our leaders. What is that? Because Bangladesh was a new upcoming country. It had just got a freedom after many years of struggle. India is helping how? Financially, by giving some economic help, technically by giving many other technical instruments, equipments, and physically by giving equipment for its growth and development. India doesn't ignore Bangladesh, but India also wants Bangladesh to develop and come up on their own. And so that is how India is trying to help. But what happens? But there were certain issues which have risen between India and Pakistan. In spite of being good to Bangladesh, there were some strained issues. And what was that? What was the stressful relation? Is that the utilization of water from river Ganga and its proper channelizing has been talked out between the two countries. So students, what happened? The fight is why? Because of the water of Ganga river. And what has happened? Because of its proper channelizing, it has been a talk between these two countries. Which two countries? India and Bangladesh. During flood, cyclone and other natural calamities, India has helped immensely. So during floods, cyclone or natural calamities that have hit Bangladesh, India has helped immensely, given contribution very well, thinking as a friendly nation for our country. In 2015, concrete talks have taken place in matters of disputed geographical land regions and the citizenship of people. So students, what happened? You know, in the map where Bangladesh is, and so Bangladesh, which was earlier the part of Pakistan, maybe people were struggling, did not know when they became independent whether they belong to Bangladesh, they belong to India, or they belong to Pakistan. And so in order to give what is the exact their citizenship, their identity, where do they belong to, also the talks have been talked about what? About the matters of the disputed geographical land regions. So that was talked in 2015. So that was the relation between India and Bangladesh. India helps Bangladesh to get freedom. Once it has got the freedom, India helps economically, financially, physically and technically. But the issue, why the issue takes? Because of the water of the Ganga river. But the talk has been talked out, and that is how the matter has been solved. Now, India and Bhutan relationship. A peaceful and cordial friendship treaty had been signed between India and Bhutan in the year 1949. So see students, a cordial and friendship treaty. They can give friendship treaty which has been signed between India and Bhutan in the year 1949 underline. Bhutan has trustfully sided India in its security and foreign policies. So Bhutan has trustfully sided India in its security and foreign policies. India assured to aid Bhutan in telecommunication and transportation, underline that. Bhutan has trustfully sided India in its security and foreign policies, and India also has assured to aid, to help Bhutan in what? Telecommunication and transportation. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru visited Bhutan in the year 1958, and thereafter Indian President too had visited Bhutan in the year 1970. India helped Bhutan in becoming a member of United Nations in the year 1971. So India helped Bhutan to become the member of what? United Nations, and into which year students? 1971. Before that, what had happened? The Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru had visited Bhutan in 1958, and the Indian President too had visited Bhutan in the year 1970. There is never a troubled relation between India and Bhutan. India's Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi visited Bhutan in the year 2014 and said that India's progress has direct effect on its neighboring countries. The inter-security related cooperations has been done satisfactorily. So what is that? There has never been a troubled relation between India and Bhutan. And what is the Indian Prime Minister says? Indian Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, he visited Bhutan in the year 2014. And what did he say? India's progress has direct effect on its neighboring countries. Which are the neighboring countries? Can you tell me, students? Do you remember India's neighboring countries? The question was asked to you for 2 marks in the exam, in the Ekam Kasuti. The inter-security related cooperation has been done satisfactorily, and India-Bhutan has been carrying a very friendly relationship, and our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also happy to have Bhutan with us by our side, and we are also happy to help Bhutan in a different ways. Now, India-Sri Lanka relation. Where is Sri Lanka in the map, students? When you see the Indian map, where is Sri Lanka? To the southern part of India, isn't it? In the map, where you see Kanyakumari, Chennai, at that time, Peninsular Plateau over there. So, the relation between India and Sri Lanka is very old. It's a old relationship. Many Tamilians of India have gone to Sri Lanka and settled thereafter. So, since it is close to Tamil Nadu, many Tamilians have gone and have settled to Sri Lanka. Their citizenship was the main issue between India and Sri Lanka, but continuous talks has resolved it. So, their citizenship, people who have gone from Tamil Nadu to Sri Lanka, now which country they belong to? Do they belong to Sri Lanka or are they of the part of India? Which citizenship should be given to them? So that was the main issue between India and Sri Lanka. But having continuous talks between India and Sri Lanka, that problem has been resolved. The problems of Tamilians and peaceful talks between Tamil organizations and Sri Lankan government was the priority of India. So the problems of Tamilians, what problem they were facing, and the peaceful talks between Tamil organizations and Sri Lankans, that is the Sri Lankan government, was a priority of India. India decided, Indian Prime Minister, whoever was at that post, they decided what is more important is to have the talk between Tamil organization and Sri Lankan government about the issue of the citizenship. India's Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi visited the troubled regions of Tamilians in Jaffna on 13th March 2015. In 2015, our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi visited the troubled regions. There were some regions in Tamil Nadu, there was still some problem going on. And so, troubled regions of Tamilians in Jaffna, underline that. When did he visit? On 13th March 2015. India assisted financially for the reconstruction of 27,000 houses for rehabilitation of Tamilians. So, there was a problem, and there were many Tamilians, many families who did not have the proper habitation. They did not have the proper houses, and so therefore 27,000 houses for the rehabilitation of the Tamilians were constructed by the financial aid of India. Okay, so India assisted, India helped in reconstructing those 27,000 houses. Today, India and Sri Lanka have very cordial relation, and so today the relationship has been maintained because of our helpful nature. You see, students, how our leaders have been maintaining that. We see right from the first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru visiting the different countries to Sri Narendra Modi at present. And so, students, that is how we are supposed to be helping. Not only if our leaders are helping out of the country, we the people of India are supposed to be helping in our country to our brothers and sisters who are in need and who are poor. When they go through struggles, trouble, we should be helping them financially, technically, or in whichever way we can support them. This is what our leaders have been teaching us. Okay. Now, let's see India and Nepal relation. What is that India-Nepal relation? The relation between India and Nepal started with the signing of the treaty in the year 1950. So, India-Nepal relation started when? In 1950 by signing a treaty. Now, what is that? According to the treaty, both countries are considered to be sovereign to preserve regional unity as well as communication of citizens in both the countries. So, students, according to the treaty, both the countries are considered to be sovereign, to be mighty, and preserve regional unity. Whatever the unity is there, we are supposed to be preserving it. India has helped Nepal socially and economically. India has helped Nepal socially and economically. Do you remember where is the Nepal in the map? When I was teaching you chapter 13 and 14, I already explained you about the neighboring countries, and that is how the question has been asked over here, students. Nepali students visit India for higher studies. For higher studies purpose, the students from Nepal come to India. The rivers flowing from Himalaya come from the various regions of Nepal. So rivers that flow from Himalaya, they come from various regions of Nepal. Due to this, during rain, it affects India badly. And so therefore, the rivers which come from Himalaya flowing from Nepal, it helps India very badly. To stop the floods due to these rivers, talks are begun between these two countries. In order to stop our country getting flooded by the rivers that are flowing from Himalaya coming through various regions of Nepal, the talk has been done. The talk has been taken place. Talk has been talked out. And so what has happened? On 25th April 2015, Nepal faced a destructive earthquake of the magnitude of 7.8 on Richter scale, which caused the death of 8,000 people. So students, make a bracket. On 25th of April 2015, Nepal had a destructive earthquake in which 8,000 people died. And what was the how much it was? It was 7.8 magnitude. That high it was. And so India aided in relief and rehabilitation work of the areas affected by earthquake. So India helped these people, that is the people of Nepal, once again rehabilitation, meaning helping them to make their houses again, to whatever way we could help. In relief as well, relief is that also sending some food articles, commodities and all. So that is how India has helped Nepal. Now see India's relation with Afghanistan. India has very friendly relation with Afghanistan. India has large-heartedly contributed in the reconstruction of Afghanistan, like in construction, health and education. So India has very friendly relation with Afghanistan, and India has large-heartedly, very generously contributed in the reconstruction of Afghanistan, like in the construction, that is health and education. So see students, India has helped Bangladesh, India has helped Nepal, India has helped Sri Lanka, India is helping Afghanistan. See, though we are not a fully developed country, though we are in developing countries, we come into the developing countries, and still we are helping the people. In which way? Either helping them to construct their house or to build their health, that is increase their immunity by giving the medicines or whatever way, and also in education. In the economic and social development, India has financially helped. In the economic and social development, India has financially helped. Here India has given them money and also has helped Afghanistan. During natural calamities, also India helped financially. The construction of Afghanistan's parliament building is being done by India. So see students, Afghanistan's parliament, the building which has been constructed, was being done by India. In their natural calamities, not only there, but when it was in Sri Lanka or when it was in Bangladesh or when it was in Nepal and all, India has been helping to once again make them stand on their feet. And so that is a very good quality of our country. Now let's see India's relationship with Myanmar. What is this? India and Myanmar, that is Burma, has very cordial relation. After India got independence, Myanmar got independence in 1948. So India got freedom in 1947, Myanmar got freedom in 1948. Burma, which we say now, from that time relationship has been friendly. From 1948 onwards, India's relation with Myanmar has been very friendly. After independence, Myanmar has demanded financial aid from India. So Myanmar wanted financial help after becoming independent, and in order to stand on their own, they asked India to help them financially by giving economical help. India has helped them instantly because India wants Myanmar to be financially sound. See the good quality of India, students. Once again, I feel happy about our country and our leaders. We should be proud of them. India has helped them instantly because India wants Myanmar to be financially sound. India doesn't want Myanmar economically poor, people dying over there, people are not okay, not getting food and all. No, India doesn't want to see that part of Myanmar. And so India immediately helped. India's foreign policy is to have world peace and security. Students, you know, in NAM also, India was neither in the two bloc powers, that is neither in the side of USA nor in the USSR, neither of the any superpowers side, but India took the stand and we had the non-aligned movement. India was neutral. Why? Because India wanted peace. And once again here, India's foreign policy is to have world peace and security. Students, just as we want to have peace in the world, we also should fight to have peace in our country. Why did I say we should have fight? Why? Because when the people say, when there is a fight, but the caste, culture, religion or language, no students, we should not have, because ours is a best country that is multicultural, multilinguistic, okay? And so student multi-religious, and so we are one. We have given the example to the world, and so we should live in peace and security, peaceful atmosphere in harmony with one another. We just finished Diwali celebration. We are heading towards now Christmas. Whatever, when it comes the festival of Hindus, Muslims, Christians, we all celebrate in our country, and that is the richness of our country, students. Furthermore, India's foreign policy ensures friendly and cordial relationship with its neighboring countries, but there always has been a rise and fall in these relations owing to various reasons. So students, sometimes there is misunderstanding, just as in our families we have, in our society we have, in our country also we have. But once again, we come together. We are able to build that relationship. And so students, we are called to have friendly, cordial, peaceful relationship, not only with the other countries, but in our country, in our society and in our families with one another, and live harmoniously, live peacefully and enjoy life. And students, that is about the world after 1945. Here we have finished the chapter, and now here you have all these question answers. Students, if you realize, now I am not giving you the short question answers because I know you have a lot to do, and so all these question answers you have to write it in your book. Question answers are very easy, as we have already seen them. Write about United Nations and its aim, about the non-alignment policy, about the Cold War, about the disintegration and unification of Germany, about the relationship between India and Russia. We have all these questions we have studied. Students, I want you all to write this in your fair book and learn them by heart. I am going to stop over here. We shall switch on to the next topic in the next class. Have a good day, students.